Will the construction apocalypse drive demand for established houses? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee. And the other day when we were looking at, Porter Davis collapsing, I asked the viewers, I ask you, if you think the construction apocalypse, which is what I'm calling all of these resi builders and larger builders as well, going under, if it will drive people to buy established houses, if the incentive or the desire to build new will be dampened because of the fear surrounding all of the negativity in the news. And, well, I put that to a poll to get your opinion, and let's check it all out, guys. There we go. First one is on Twitter, and I need to get off Twitter. I spend too much time arguing with idiots on there, and it's designed to do that. But anyway, and we had 52 votes, and 71.2% said yes, and 28.8% said no. A traditional renter said in about 12 to 18 months when all the pipeline work during COVID finishes. And how wouldn't it, Grant is asking. Now, similar results on the YouTube channel here. We're seeing 833 votes. It was done a day ago. 78% said yes and 22% said no. And let's look at some of your comments here. Jake is saying absolutely, rocket, rocket, rocket. Ian is going 100%. Here in WA, they are going under offer as quickly as they are advertised. Home opens are also being cancelled before they finish. Hang on, I've got to give the love hearts thing. Showing due to demand. Why build when they're quoting 18-month turnaround for completion? And that now there's a risk of, well, it will not be completed. Now, the reason I'm putting this here is because, well, this is another support level to housing, everyone. You know, we've got all these predictions of housings crashing and crumbling and people hoping that it's tipping over, primarily so they can afford to buy a house for a reasonable price, but it's not going to happen. There's too much supporting it. And the cost of building these things are so expensive now, you'd be crazy not to. So if Porter Davis is stuffed, every other builder is as well, 100%. Yes, also Dan Andrews just went to China. Yeah, we know about that. Good luck to him. Supply and demand. My construction tradie friends are flat out, but time is lost when big companies fold. Time to build a teepee. Can you get the permits for that? What's the council for living in a teepee? Does rain make it wet? Chucky01 is going always, and Sunrise thinks Australia is stuffed, but Sunrise tends to always think Australia's stuffed. She'll be right, mate. It'll be fine. You know, it's not as bad as we all think. We'll have a few years of Labor running the show, and people will experience it for what it actually is. They'll realize why conservatives are so mean. It's called experience. So I voted yes just based on the construction apocalypse, but that might not be accurate. If interest rates continue to move higher, it can affect the prices established properties too by curbing demand. And if the unemployment rate were to reverse, that could also drive demand down too. We'll have to see, Vanessa. We'll have to see. I honestly think the rates will pause this next month. I think that's what's going to happen. So, legally free. I put yes, but also record immigration probably won't help. Yeah, these are all things that are adding to it. And this is, I'm putting this out there as another pillar that's supporting the Australian dream of super high house prices, everyone. That's the thing. Mad is going, it's an issue when I want to buy a property, yet I think of other prospective buyers and people that cannot afford the skyrocketing rents. Why is Australia so ill-prepared during the decades of property bull run? Because we just haven't built enough. We have not built enough houses. We've had a huge population shift. Well, we had COVID, which locked everything down, or the government locked everything down to address it. That affected the entire construction industry. We had trading while insolvent, and we had the governments juicing up the economy through housing, and then we had huge inflated shipping costs, and, well, that's affecting everything that's imported in the country. A lot of construction materials are. Then you had labor supply issues, and you add to that logistics and transportation issues. Remember when you couldn't get the diesel additive? Then we also had all of the natural disasters, the flooding and the rains. So, yeah, it's kind of been... It's been an interesting few years. And, well, you go. So I'm not surprised that we're having these rental issues here. You've got to remember the not in my backyard crowd as well. So I know I'm seeing on social media people are afraid of the 15-minute cities, which is it's just traditional master planning. You know, that was proposed in the 70s. Christopher Alexander in a patent language is proposing these cities. But you know why we don't have it? You know why? The not in my backyard crowd. They want their nice little cul-de-sac bloody suburbs without any access to amenity around them. You know, they don't want that yucky commercial development. They put that somewhere else, put that somewhere else, put that somewhere else. So don't worry, guys, if you're afraid of, 15-minute cities crushing your freedoms, the not in my backyard crowd will have your back. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. So, inflation is the real problem. It's too expensive to build. Simmons is next. Well, that's a rumor. We'll have to see. Smoochie's going, the answer is no. Bankruptcy is only a tool to start over again with a new name. Not necessarily. A lot of professions and business people can't do that. If it's in your name, you can't do it. I have to... Actually, I've got to do that. Hang on, let me write that down. I've got to sign my architect's registration, my licensing every year. It's due in a month. And I have to say, I haven't been bankrupt. If I'm bankrupt, I can't be an architect. So if you're a builder, you're bankrupt, you can't be another builder. This is the problem with them going under. They can't finish the jobs. Construction apocalypse would mean mass unemployment, wouldn't it? People won't be able to afford having a mortgage. No, we're in the middle of a construction apocalypse now. All the sickos are hoping for a housing crash will be in a rude shock. And this is a reference to a comic that I shared on the channel some time ago, guys. So there we have it. There we have it. What we'll do a refresh on the YouTube. Let's see if it's updated. 8:33. There we go. We had 2 more votes, but the numbers are the same. 78% yes and 22% no. So let's have a bit of a talk about this one. So there we go. The majority think the construction apocalypse will drive additional demand for established housing. So that's another support pillar for house prices. So what have I got? I should I'll update my PowerPoint. We'll go through it another day with the the pillars countering this argument that there's going to be significant correction. I mean, there's articles out now that we're seeing discussing a floor being established in property. Well, we'll have to see. But, yeah. Well, it'd suck if the property bros were right, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Check out HeiseBim and Heise Does for other content I create. If you want to support us, you can on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Bye for now.